Welcome into the PHNX Coyotes post-game show brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, leave a 5-star review. I'm Shawn and Petey, joined by Steve Peters. I feel like we've gone through this before, Petey.
The Coyotes were just like Craig Morgan and Leah Merrill tonight.
MIA?
They decided not to show up.
Yeah, that was they played the Flames win song is Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. No, I fell into that apropos because I feel like I just fell into a burning ring of fire, and that was not fun. Obviously, the Coyotes lose 9-1, somehow worse than the 7-1 loss they had on Thursday. A full touchdown and an extra point.
Honestly, like, where do you start? You start 30 seconds in against the top team in the Pacific Division, 30 seconds in with a goal. You look good. Like, it was a good goal. It wasn't off somebody's ass. It wasn't off somebody's head.
Or it was a really good goal.
It was a nice goal. Richie drives the net. Great pass across. Coyotes are up 1-0. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, okay, good. Like, we're skating, we're moving. Haven't seen this in a few games. Let's see if we can hold on. Well...
yeah.
I didn't even know where to begin.
Yeah. Well, you can start with that goal. It was probably the only good thing you can talk about. It was the first time all year that the Yotes have scored in the opening minute of a game, and the first time in Nick Ritchie's career that he's done that. It was Beagle's first assist of the season, second
How
point.
is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
that was surprising
we're
to
sitting
me.
in here, and Shawn says that's Beagle's first assist. Beagle's played 30 games this year.
Yep.
30 games, and that was his first assist. I said, there's no way. That's got to be wrong. So we looked at it. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist.
Yeah, and more importantly, we'll get to this a little later, but it was Jack McBain's first career point as well. He had the secondary assist on that goal. Then it all went downhill from there. They won the first period, and I said, this feels like they're going to give up 3 goals in the second, and they did that and then some. They gave up 3 goals in the first 2.5 minutes, and then it ended up being...
Tell them how your notes went.
Yeah, oh yeah, I have it written right here. I wrote, as soon as the first goal of the second period, I wrote goal in the first minute, and then immediately followed up with JK, 2 goals in the first 2 minutes, and then JK, 3 in the first 2.5, and then JK, 4 in the first 3.5. That was the second fastest set of 4 goals in the Flames' history. I think they scored 4 in like a minute and 12 at one point in their history. Not the right kind of history to be making.
No, trust me, it's what time at night here? It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm usually in bed by now, so let's start with that. That's true. You think I'm kidding? 100% true. So I'm going to preface all of the upcoming rants to get myself excused here. There are going to be some rants. This team can't compete with the teams they're playing in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
You look at the list of injuries and the number of players that are out of the lineup for this Arizona Coyote team, and they cannot compete. It's almost not fair. You're not missing 1 or 2, you're missing 9. You're replacing them. And again, we'll talk about Nathan Smith and Jack McBain, played in college 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay? So they're not competing at a fair level. You look at the defense they had. J.J. Mosier leaves the game early with an injury, but you're talking Mosier, Mayo, Dineen, Kolyachonok all started in the American League team this year. So this is what you expect. And it's hard when you play a Calgary Flames team that just got their ass kicked their last game by Vegas, that their coach lit them up, 1-0 after 1 against the Coyotes. Okay, he got into them.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He got into them. And they played like the Calgary Flames 2 weeks away from the playoffs should be playing. So that's okay. They are going to lose that game 10 out of 10 times. It's just reality with the roster they're putting on the ice in the circumstances their season's ending. Calgary's going to the playoffs. So let's start with that. So it's okay that they lost. We're tanking. It's all about the tank. We've been score watching, and this just in, the Seattle Kraken won in a shootout tonight.
Love that.
So they picked up their 2 points. They are starting to extend their lead over the Coyotes. So yay, the tank, full on. Montreal's lost 2 back-to-back. Not so good, and Carey Price is back. So maybe that'll get him a few wins.
Yeah.
Having said all of that shit about the Coyotes, if you're going to be this bad, and you are outmatched, we've talked about this before on this show. If you're outmatched on the ice, on the score sheet, on the roster before the game starts, you need to play different.
Yeah.
You need to play. You got to go, okay, they're better than us. And I've been in the rooms when a coach, it's okay to say you're better than the other team. It's okay. You're not lying to they're better than us. They're better than us. It's okay. We are going to defend hard tonight. Inside our blue line, we're going to win that battle. Inside the blue, that's us. We're going to defend our net front. We're going to defend our goalie. When we're in trouble, we're going to throw the puck off the glass and live for another day, but we're going to defend hard. If they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us 1-0. I don't understand how you defend like this when you know you're outmatched. I don't get it. I don't get how you turn the puck over this much from below the hash marks over and over and over again. We're at one point in the third period down 7-1, and we looked up. The defenseman, it was Kolyachonok, trying to break the puck out of his zone, and all three forwards have flown the zone, meaning they left the zone. They're outside the blue line. All the Calgary Flames are inside the blue line. What the hell are we doing? Like, what is that? Where are you going and leaving your 20, 22, 23-year-old defenseman out to dry? Where's he supposed to put that puck? I don't know. Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Stay in the zone, help each other out, defend, give him a passing option, and get the puck out of the zone. I don't understand how you can't defend better. I know they're outmatched. I know it was a better team. You can defend better. You can. Stay in front of the net. Just stay there. Stand in front of the net and take somebody.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, that was it. I'm done.
It was rough. Let's get to by the numbers. One thing that I found interesting about this game, other than the 9-1 score, is the 0 for 2 on the power play for the Flames. 9 goals, and all of them were even strength.
That's amazing stat.
Yeah. Especially when you consider how their the Yotes penalty kill did on Thursday, where they gave up 3 goals on 4 power plays. It
is, and especially with the goaltending they were getting tonight. We've talked a lot about their goaltending, and when we look at the stats over the last, 6 games now? 5-1, 5-1, 6-1, 6-2, 7-1, 9-1. That is a stretch. In those 6 games, they've given up 38 goals in 6 games. So, the crack research staff that we've had here at PHNX, we've been sitting here in the studio going through old score sheets. And this is the most goals this team has ever given up since moving from Winnipeg in a 6-game stretch. They've never given up this many. As a matter of fact, in 2018, in 7 games, they gave up 27. That's 11 goals short of that. 2015, they gave up 5 goals in 4 straight games, and it was 37 in 8 games. So we're at 38 in 7 games. That was close. And in the first year here, they gave up a stretch of 3 where it was 7-7-8, but nowhere close to 38 goals in 7 games. Nowhere close to 38 goals in 7 games.
Yeah, this it got to a point where I literally just started laughing because it was just like, what are you supposed to do? The second period was pretty rough. There's a lot of very good like little tidbits and stats like that from this game. I know there was someone on Twitter that tweeted out that the Yotes have given up 58 have scored 58 goals in the second period of games this year, and they've given up 109.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's basically been a story all year, is them struggling in the second period.
You're minus 50 in the second period alone?
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, and they gave up 6 goals on 14 shots in that second period today.
Again, I don't want to beat the same drum and rewind it and listen to the same show we did yesterday, but part of this is on the goaltending. Part of it is. Yeah. There are some that you saw. This is just like the beginning of the year when it was 8-2, 7-1, and you could see the bench just get dejected. Some of that was definitely on the goaltender. Both goaltenders today, I don't think, gave their best performances. But this is, to me, these stats, when it's 5-1, 5-1, 6-1, 6-2, 8, this is a team stat. This isn't all on the goalie. This is on a team stat. The amount of turnovers this team has from inside their own blue line is just absolutely egregious. Like, it's unbelievable. How many times, of the 9 goals tonight, there were 4 that the puck is on a Coyotes stick in the defensive zone, and they turn the puck over. Can't play like that. Yeah. So I'll get it out. We've got 2.5 more weeks of this. Is it 2.5 more weeks or a week and a half?
A week and a half.
Week and a half more of this, and then we'll start ramping up for the ping pong balls. So then it'll all be good. Then we'll be happy that we sucked, And then I'll be happy we're in last and guys were hurt and out of the lineup and we're playing goalies that aren't competing right now. We'll be so thrilled that we're sitting in last when we get the ping pong ball odds. And then we can have our party. And then we can all be happy and the sighs can be over and the rants and the grumpiness can all be gone because we have a better odds of getting the right ping pong ball and the right player at the right time. Shane Wright.
Yeah. Like
see what I did there? Shane, by the way? Did you see that? I said the right player at the right time.
Shane Wright.
Shane Wright.
I once again tweeted the watching Shane Wright highlights to ease the pain because I feel like that's literally all you can think of at this point because it's not a lot of fun. You mentioned the goaltending again, not great. Second straight game where the goalies got and ran, but then they were forced to not really forced, but kind of forced to put Harry Southbury back into net because of the games they have coming up. They needed to give him milk of the rest, even though he gave up 6 goals he got pulled after the 4 goals. First 4 goals, right? No, after the 4 goals in the 3.5 minutes. Not ideal.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and you still got to finish the season. And I know for the best thing I can say to Coyote fans today, and this may be painful to hear, the Suns start tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yay.
Suns start tomorrow.
You know how much fun it's going to be to turn on the TV and watch a number 1 seed in the playoffs with a full building at home. Yeah, yay.
Yeah, and that's something that Bees I know has mentioned a few times in the chat. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but like you have to kind of look at this team like the Suns and like
100%.
How they were. Look at Keller like your Devin Booker. Like there's the pieces, and you've seen that like they're able to build around a star like the Suns were. So hopefully they can do this. They just kind of need their Chris Paul and their I don't know if Torini can be their Monty Williams, but they have at least something to look forward to with the draft picks. But one silver lining tonight is someone that we mentioned, Jack McBain, and he, like I said, he scored his first. He got his first career NHL point on that Richie goal, obviously the only goal of the game, and that is why he is tonight's DraftKings King of the Game. His first NHL point. He was kind of all over the place tonight. He got that assist. He had a big hit in the first period, and then he had later on in the game he did some not so great things. Was responsible for one of the goals, and he got a penalty later in the game.
Yeah, but here's a kid again. We 2 weeks ago is in college, going to classes in the morning, and then going to practice and play games in college. Comes here with a boot on his foot, has to rehab to get onto the ice. I tell you what. I know it's hard to say in a 9-1 game, but I liked what I've seen from him. Physically engaged. He gets 2 penalties tonight, has a hit. You know what? I'm okay with the penalties right now. Yeah. Like he's physically engaging and being a part of a team and affecting the game. The assist was a great 3-on-2 rush, makes a nice drop pass. Beagle makes the great pass across the ice to Richie. He's fitting in. And all you can ask for, the most important thing for McBain and for Smith at this point is just to get meaningful minutes against NHL competition. I know they're frustrated. They don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose 9-1. That sucks. Yeah. So they're in the locker room frustrated. They're on the plane frustrated. But guess what? They have another NHL game under their belt. And it's, by the end of the season, they'll have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games under the belt before next season starts. So if they don't have these games and they come into their first training camp going, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this. Now they're ready for this. Mm-hmm. So expect them to be an effective player next September, October, because they had this little jump start right now. So it's incredibly important for those players to play now. I'm thrilled they're getting the opportunity, and I think both of them have added something to the game. McBain physically and getting to that. I tell you what, Smith's he's got a little pest in him. Mm-hmm. Like he's got some speed, but he's around it. Like he's physically engaging. I'm waiting to see what he's like with a full complementary cast around him. I've liked both of their games, and that's again another bright spot. So here I did it. There was another bright spot today.
Who do you think gets their first goal first?
It's going to be. I think it's McBain. I think it's McBain gets one driving the net, and I think he gets it at home in the next 4.
I think because I know with Shane we started yesterday betting on Julio Rodriguez, the Mariners rookie, to hit a home run. He didn't do it yesterday. He didn't do it tonight either. Thankfully, I didn't bet on it because I didn't even think about it. But I might have to start betting on McBain to score a goal every game.
It's going to come.
It's got to come, right?
And especially if they keep him with Richie, because that line, they get pucks to the net. And that's how you score in this league, by getting people and pucks to the net. And both McBain and Richie are not afraid to get there. And if you get there, good things are going to happen. So I do think McBain scores, and I honestly think it's going to be this week. I'm not sure if it's going to be Chicago. Carolina could be tough. Carolina, ooh, and they lost today too.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Walking into basically the same situation. But if you do want to bet McBain to score a goal at any point in the season, you can do it on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. DraftKings is also great to bet on some NBA basketball, which I know I will be doing, because the NBA playoffs means next level basketball. Get in on the first round action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. This week, new customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets instantly. You win no matter what. And if you aren't a new customer, you can get in on the same game parlays. I don't know. I think I need to stay away from betting on the Yotes for right now, other than the McBain goal. But I definitely plan on throwing some same game parlays on the NBA playoffs. But for the Yotes fans, do you have anything other than the McBain goal that they should be looking out for? For this next
on
game?
The Yotes one?
Yeah.
The Carolina Hurricane game?
Yeah.
Look for saves. So Vejmelka over on the saves, because they'll usually go to about in the 30s, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to have a rebound game one. They can't keep giving up 6.
Yeah.
They can't. 6, 7, 8. He's got to at some point get a rebound game. You know, Vejmelka's going to get the start against Carolina. Carolina's coming out hot after getting smoked. And where are they, in Colorado tonight? Yeah. So I think they're going to be loaded for bear. Vejmelka's going to get a lot of action, so I'd look for the over on the saves.
Saves, maybe parlay that with the Carolina money line. Yeah,
we won't say betting against the Yotes. We'd never endorse that.
I will. But if you want to do that, like I said, do that on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
New customers. How is somebody still a new customer?
That's what I wonder sometimes.
Because if they haven't done it, and I'm not a huge gambler, but it's still, we talk about it, and I'm going to sound like a cliched commercial. Easy? Well, hell yeah, it's easy.
It is.
Open up, and don't. Yeah, what do they call it? A unit? Like you have your unit. Like you don't have to bet. Like the Deef puts in $100 this evening. He's a big spender. Like Jebedian Beauregard.
It's just not true.
Look at Jebedian.
So far from
Look at
true.
Jebedian.
Hey, Shane.
Jebedian's putting $100 on games.
Jebedian is. I'm not.
As Shane will say, meet someone. You're going to be hard pressed to find someone else that is positive since the year started. Or are you you're positive since betting was legal in Arizona, right?
Legal in Arizona.
Yeah, so he's.
I don't want to talk about my time on the books.
No, but again, my unit, my unit's $5. It's a $5. It's just hit it. $5.
That's just.
It's like, okay, I won't get a coffee tomorrow if I lose. Okay, that's fine, and it makes the game more exciting. So if you have, I don't know how they don't have it yet. I don't know.
Yes.
Just saying.
Be open-minded. There's
Yeah.
some people.
I mean,
out
there's
there.
people.
Well, if they
probably-
don't, they should get it. How about that?
Yeah,
There
there's
you
people
go.
discovering our show for the first time, and if you are, leave a like, subscribe, and then head over to the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Follow me on
Sign
Instagram.
up.
You know, the nice
Do not
people are
follow
not here
Shane.
tonight.
Well, no,
Not that you're
follow
not
Shane
nice.
on
My
Instagram.
Instagram's popping.
Follow
Can
me
you
on
bet
Twitter.
on? Can you bet on ASU softball?
You can bet on ASU softball to win the national championship, which I have already done. I threw $40 on them to win $2,000 if they manage to win the College World Series.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They're in fuego right now.
Fuego. Make sure you check
They
out.
might be the hottest team in Arizona. Not might be. They're the hottest team in Arizona.
They are the hottest team in Arizona.
18 straight?
Yeah, 18 straight now. Yeah. If you want to hear more about ASU softball, check out Shane and I on the PHNX Sun Devil show. But if you want to make some money, head to DraftKings. I forgot to mention, each day of the first round, get a risk-free bet of $10 if your same game parlay doesn't hit. Bet the Suns. Do whatever you want, just get some money. Make some money. But download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code PHNX. Bet $5 on any NBA team to win their game during the first round of the playoffs and get $150 in free bets instantly. That's promo code PHNX at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
I just want to bring this comment up because you were reading an ad. They say that people discovering the show for the first time. Sorry, Shawn will be back behind the camera soon.
Yeah.
Shawn thinks he's really cute, so he needs to be humbled. So can we get more of these comments?
No, but they're saying that's bad. We don't want
Yeah,
him behind
I took that as them
That's
being
a
like,
compliment.
sorry, it's not gonna like.
Yeah, too bad he's not going to be there.
First off,
Best
well, either
dresser.
way,
We've already got
because
that.
this is either an insult to me or an insult to Leah, and I like. As I always say, I'm very self-aware.
It's 100% an insult to you.
If you like this show now, you'll like it even more when Leah's back hosting.
There you go.
Leah's a great host. But when I read that comment, I took it as sorry, like you're not going to get to see this cute face as much as you are right
Of course,
now.
you took it that
Well,
way.
Petey did as well.
I kind of did too, but I miss Leah too.
Yeah, we all miss Leah. Leah's
Just
up in
saying.
Toronto.
Although you are a sharp dresser. I will
you.
say that.
I was not really feeling my outfit today. I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I threw the shirt
The
on.
neutral tone pants?
I didn't have a hat to go with this, and so I do like my pants. I like them a lot, but I didn't have a hat to go with this outfit, so I'm rocking no hat on the show for the
So
first
can I
time.
ask you a
Widow's
question?
Peak is popping.
I'm going to ask a question to people in the Discord too, because I know this is the thing. Not the Discord, the chat.
Yeah.
The thing. And if you haven't seen the show, I tend to go on rants.
Yes.
Sometimes I do that. I'm
love
not
your
always
rants,
the
though.
most positive guy in the room. So we're talking about style. Right now we're talking about Shawn's style. Shawn's got good style.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely agree. I'm jeans and a t-shirt all day. I'm good. So when I look at the Coyotes Twitter before games,
Yes.
every game,
Yes.
they've got them coming into the rink. Every game. In the lights and look at the style, look at the fan, right?
Yeah.
Do we care if they're getting their ass kicked 9-1 what they wore to the fucking game?
I don't think we care because they wear suits to every game. Like,
But they don't. They don't always.
well,
Most.
I am not a fan of hockey fashion. I know it's. Oh yeah, Caleb wants more leg, Petey.
I know I'm doing that on purpose.
My shin is showing a
But
little bit.
I get it. Like,
But-
okay, so you dress nice to the game. I get it. But
No, well that's fair. I feel like that's always been my thing with hockey in general is that I feel like they don't do a great job at like marketing the personalities of their
That's
players.
true. Fair.
And so I appreciate that they're at least giving the players if they want to get a little NBA with it, maybe throw on-
and some do. Some
Yeah,
do.
no, for sure.
And some teams do. Like if you Patrick Laine, well, unbelievable in Columbus the way he rolls into it. Pasternak, another guy. And I think that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to show off the stars of the game. I get that. I think it's cool, and I think they need to do it more. And you see it in the outdoor games where teams are getting in team theme nights.
Yeah, I do love that.
Great social media. I just wonder, and maybe I'm taking it too hard when I'm reading the Coyotes Twitter going, stop with the fashion shit and defend. Let's start there.
I mean, it's tough, but like
I get it.
if you're a fan, I guess you don't want to go on their Twitter and it be like,
No, you're right. And they're trying to be
goal
positive.
against,
No, I
goal
got it.
against.
I got it. They're trying to get, I get it. I'm sorry. I retract.
that is something I want to do though. I think it would be awesome if we got some slow motion shots of people walking into the office and making like a full
Buddy.
like walking in like
100%.
off the bus PHNX.
100%.
I think it would be great because especially if we did it when people weren't expecting it and then you just got like slow motion reactions to be like, why the fuck is someone filming me right now?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. There's a couple, like Derek wears stuff in public that I wouldn't wear at
In
home
private.
alone in private.
Well, that's
like he rocked it at opening day baseball.
yeah.
Like a little kid's pajamas set, didn't he?
Yeah,
It
no,
was
it was-
matching.
his fashion is so distinct. That's the great thing. I feel like we have a number of like you
Unique.
you're the jeans and t-shirt. I have my neutral tone
Neutral,
thing.
yeah.
Totri comes in wearing his trucker hat and Armani Exchange canvas shoes. I feel like we have. I love Emma's fashion too.
Yeah, we don't know Emma the intern.
Yeah,
Emma the intern.
I feel like we have similar fashion senses, except Emma's cooler than I am. So
I will. Yeah, I second that. Emma might be the coolest person.
I think Emma is the coolest person
At
in this office.
PHNX.
Yeah.
You guys are hyping me up too much.
Absolute chill.
No.
Like she's just chill.
Yeah. No.
No, Emma. Big fan of Emma.
Is there
Emma the intern.
You guys
before
are too kind. Thank you.
we
thank
get
you.
too far off the rails? Is there like anything else about this game?
Yeah, there
that
are
we
some
really need to
things.
talk
I mean,
about?
one of the things, and we talk about Phil Kessel sometimes, and we go back to Phil
Oh, yeah.
Kessel, and I looked at Phil Kessel's ice time in the first period. Played just over 3 minutes in the first period, and the least amount of ice time of any forward. He ended up at the end of the night. He was fine, not for Phil Kessel fine, but he was even among forwards. But I wonder what Phil was thinking after the first period.
Yeah, I wonder because like there was a comment that I made like it doesn't seem like they really are and I can't say that I really blame them, but they have a lot to play for or trying as hard as they could be ever since that Keller injury, and I have to imagine that's even worse for Phil.
I would think so. Like Phil right now doesn't have a contract for next year.
Yeah.
So where does Phil go? Does Phil come back here? Gosh, I really don't know. At one point I thought he might, and he's getting points and he fit in with Keller, and I don't know now. I don't know, 1 goal in 28 games for a guy that's supposed to be a goal scorer. So that's tough. And I know he wanted out badly at the trade deadline. I don't know where Phil Kessel fits in for next season. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what does the Iron Man streak end because he can't get a contract, or does he?
Is that how like?
Yes, it's not technical because that's happened to Patrick Marleau. Until you officially retire, if you don't have a contract, you're not being scratched or missing a game as a healthy scratch. It continues if you sign a contract.
Yeah, that's
Yandel's in the same boat because Yandel may not sign a contract either. His contract expires in Philly too.
But his ended, didn't it?
His ended.
Yeah, but
you're right.
but
Sorry.
I but yeah, it'll be interesting because like it doesn't seem like he wants to be back here. So like
I don't know how this.
ASU,
There's so many things undecided right now, and because so many players are out of the lineup, how do you evaluate those players? Christian Fischer's contract's up at the end of the year. How do you evaluate Christian Fischer? He's not playing. Lawson Krause contract up at the end of the year, not playing. How do you evaluate those guys in these games?
They only have 10 contracts next year, right?
Yeah, they have so many players yet to sign for next season. And again, that's why players like McBain and Nathan Smith sign here because they have an opportunity to play. Yeah. They go anywhere else, they're not going to play.
Yeah.
Like there's no other team with the forward depth or lack thereof like the Arizona Coyotes do. So I still think they need 20 players. I think Krause is next. I think he'll get signed next. I think he's the guy that you're going to see get signed soon. Fischer, I don't know. I don't know how Fischer can state his case when he's not able to play. I don't know. I think Fischer has gained what he does in the locker room, what kind of person he is, how hard he works, and how he is part of that middle core that we call it. But the middle core is not playing. Like most of the middle core, and that is the middle core. It's Keller, Chychrun, Krause, Fischer, and Schmaltz. Schmaltz is the only one of those guys playing. It'll be interesting to see how they handle all those contracts over the summer because I don't know where else they fit. Like to me, Christian Fischer and Lawson Krause are Coyotes. That's where they fit. That's where the puzzle pieces fit. And we want to see, one, we want to see this team get healthy. Incredibly important. Two, we want to see players like McBain and Smith making an impact on the team and the roster. And three, we want to see new players like Dylan Guenther, even Jan Yannick, who's playing down there. Michelli is another young player. And this year's top draft pick or top 2 draft picks.
Yep.
We want to see those guys added to this roster. And now you go opening day next year, you go, oh my God. Okay, I get it now.
There's pieces, yeah.
Yeah, there's pieces. And it's so hard to envision that now on game 73 right now because they're so far behind that because of injuries and who's not signed and players that contracts are expiring. It's really hard to see the forest through the trees when this team gets through it on October 6th, 7th, 8th next year and you go, oh shit, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're fast. They're young. Okay, this could be exciting. And they're in ASU Stadium. People, I'm saying that as a positive. That's going to be electric in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't have the wheel, but go full blown wheel of fantasy. You got like third year, the last game at ASU before they're playing in the Tempe Arena. Commissioner Bettman's walking out to hand Clayton Keller the Finals MVP trophy, and they're lifting the Stanley Cup in ASU. Could you imagine them having to lift the Stanley Cup at ASU though? Like,
I don't know if I'll give them the cup in that third year, but realistically, could I see this team being a Stanley Cup playoff team in 3 years? I do.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at least hope because like.
Look at LA. LA did it ahead of schedule. New York Rangers did it ahead of schedule. Why can't the Arizona Coyotes do it ahead of schedule? Again, if they get healthy, they've got these players that are young, fast. Check around the league. This is a young, fast league.
Yeah.
That's who leads these teams. I mean, Austin Matthews, what is he, an old man at 24? No, they're kids still. This is a young, fast league. Those are the superstars right now, and this team in Arizona will be full of them over the next 2 years. So is it possible this is a playoff team in the ASU arena? I think it is.
That you want to talk about electric atmospheres.
Can you imagine a whiteout at the ASU building?
I mean, I get excited when I think about it, honestly, because I know people around the league like to talk trash about.
Caleb might be right. 7 games in the next season could be exactly the freaking same. Could
That
be
is
Caleb.
true.
I'm not arguing with you. 3 years from now could be a playoff team.
Well,
in
yeah,
ASU.
and I mean, I feel like that's the thing. It's not. No one's here is saying that like it's going to like we're going to show up next year and all of a sudden they're going to be like we're going to be like, oh my god, this might be a Stanley Cup team. It's going to take a couple of years, but at the very least, next year we'll see people that we probably haven't seen before.
And this is the big point. And Nicholas brings up a great point. It's the draft following. It's the 2023 draft with Connor Bedard. That's the game changer. That's McDavid, Matthews, Sidney Crosby. That's that draft 2 years from now. Wright and Logan Cooley, good players, good NHL players, will help any franchise they play for. Absolutely. They're not Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
He changes the game. So do I expect this team in the rebuild to be another year of rebuilding? I really do. Because if you're going to do it, and they've committed to it, and they said it from the beginning, there's going to be a couple of years of bad.
Yeah.
And they need to be a couple of years of bad, but just like your point about the Suns, be bad for a couple and be really bad for a couple, and then you get DA.
Yeah.
And then you get Booker.
Yep.
And then you go, oh shit, 3 years from now, we're really good. And now
there's a reason for someone like Chris Paul to come here. And yeah.
Right.
I mean, that like Bees is here now. Like I said, that was something that he said. And like he says, short-term pain for long-term gain. I feel like once they do get to that point, because it will happen eventually, yes. Like this, even if it isn't 3 years, like eventually it will happen. And you'll think back to moments like this and be like, it'll make it feel that much better.
Exactly. And is it worth it? I don't know. Bees, the big thing for me right now is this team wasn't losing this bad when they were healthy. This collapse has happened since the injury to Clayton Keller. Since that game, they've scored 7 goals as a team combined over those 6 games. They have no offense. If they're completely healthy, these games are competitive. Are they beating the Calgary Flames at this time of year in Calgary? No, they're not. They're not doing that with a full roster. They weren't doing that in 2012 when they were in the playoffs. I mean, it is hard to beat Calgary in Calgary, but they're competitive. They're not getting blown out 9-1.
Yeah.
But again, look at their lineup. So it's hard not to come in here and get frustrated looking at a 9-1 score. But honestly, they've got half their rosters from the American League and a couple kids from college. Their leading scorer won't play for the rest of the year. This is it. This is it against Carolina. This is probably it against Chicago. This is it. This is what we're going to see for the next 8 games. This is it. Sorry. Yeah. So if you want to just record this and you can replay it again after the next game, it's probably going to be the same show.
Yeah, I mean, for the tank purposes, it's probably good, but this last stretch of games is not.
It's hard.
It's tough.
It's really hard because we wanted to see competitive. We were seeing games where they were pulling the goalie and it's 6-5, and you're going, oh, shit, they might score. All that excitement at the buzzer, and they lose. Okay, or the shootout, and they lose, or an overtime, and they lose. And we're okay with that.
Yeah, 100%.
This we weren't.
Yeah, a couple other just quick notes to mention. J.J. Moser returned. This game was his return from a upper body injury, and then he left this game early with a lower body injury. So the injuries and the man games lost, just keep racking up.
Craig will have to give us an update when he gets back because they were third going into Craig's that's not a vacation, but his time away from the show. When he returns, I bet you're second.
Yeah. And then there was that weird moment in the first period where Tkachuk's stick got stuck in Dineen's mask and was not
a high sticking penalty. How's that not a high sticking penalty?
I don't understand. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not criticizing the rest, but if the stick's literally stuck in his visor, is that a high sticking penalty?
You would think. But yeah, I definitely want to get an update from Craig when he gets back on the Moser injury. And if you're like us and you're missing Craig, you can get some great Craig content, not necessarily Craig, but Craig content over on gophnx.com. We have great, obviously he just released a story recently about the possibility of ASU basketball playing in the new Tempe arena if that does get approved. Obviously we got to wait a little bit for that. But we're going to have great stuff from Gerald on the playoff run. I always say Totri on ASU. Check out PHNX_Sun Devils. Shameless plug. But head over to gophnx.com for the greatest. I know this is part of like just kind of like, oh, we're reading an ad, but it really is like the best coverage of Arizona sports, especially if you're a Coyotes fan. Like you're not getting better coverage of the
You're not, and I'll say this to agree with that point and drive it home. You're not getting Coyote content literally anywhere, except during the game on Bally's and here.
Yep.
There's not one sports radio station talking about it. There's not one TV station talking about it. If you want to talk Coyote hockey, it's here.
Yeah, and I mean, I think same for the Sun Devils. I don't think anyone's giving as much love to the softball team or talking as much baseball
18.
or having ASU swimmers on like
That's a fire show, by the way, the
that
swimmer
was
guy.
really fun.
That's
Grant
an ego.
House,
He's a confident
electric.
dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Confident dude.
That was a good one. If you haven't seen that interview, check out our old ASU episode on our YouTube. But head over to Go PHNX, get a membership. If you get a year-long membership, you either get a free T-shirt or your first month free. I know we just released our new Josh Doan shirt.
Yep.
That is good. That shirt is awesome. And speaking of Doan, I know we're having a big event on that final game of the
29th.
season on the 29th against that game. The final game at Gila River Arena, $125. You get a ticket to the game. You get a party bus that picks you up and drops you off at the Ainsworth. Some free food and drinks. You get to meet Josh Doan, get a shirt, get an autograph, get a picture. Petey's going to be there. Petey might be on the bus.
I'm trying to get on the bus, and I've teased this last show that there are prizes, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I have started to go through my belongings, and I'm not saying we're getting great things. Like, don't expect like a team signed jersey and stuff. No, I don't have that. But there are some things that I've found in my stack of stuff that I've accumulated over the years of Coyotes that may be giving away on that bus.
Love to
Not
hear
maybe,
that.
I will be.
Nice.
So I've got two things so far that I think are kind of cool. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll have Petey's secret giveaways. And we'll have giveaways of Ride on the Zamboni.
Yep, giving away for a ride on the Zamboni.
So head over to the Go PHNX. Head over to Go PHNX.com and the PHNX Locker. Buy that. If you already have a ticket to the game, you can just get a meet and greet session at the Lola at Westgate with Josh Doan. You get the shirt, get a picture, get an autograph. So whatever you want to do, there's options for you.
Yeah, we got to figure out exactly what's going on at the game, though, because Craig is bougie. Craig, we know he'll be up in the press box because he's got to work. I don't want to be in the press box. I want to be there. I want to be where they're sitting. Can I sit where they're sitting?
I think so.
Can I sit with the fans?
I think so.
Okay, because if I can sit with the fans, have a beer, and talk hockey, buddy.
I don't want to say for sure.
No, I'll ask. I'll find out. Let's find out for next show.
I would have to believe.
Let's find out for the next show. I want to know.
But yeah, PHNX Locker, Go PHNX, get over there, get a membership. Bees asked, is it better to be a Yotes fan or a Sabres fan right now? Listen, I have quit that narcotic of being a Sabres fan. I am here for the Yotes now. Obviously, I like to see them do well. If we can get a Yotes Sabres Stanley Cup, that would be electric. Is it better to be a Yotes fan or a Sabres fan right now? I mean, at this very second, probably a Sabres fan because they've been winning more games recently. But also, if you're a Sabres fan, I feel like you're in that position where it's like, we're not bad enough to get a top 3 pick, but we're not good enough
They're
to
in that
be
mediocrity.
danger of playoffs.
Yeah.
So if you're, honestly, I think it's better to be a Yotes fan. You have at least something to be hopeful for.
They're 33 points out of the playoffs, but they're not deep enough to be
so
a high draft pick.
It's not, don't blame me. I feel like Caleb is one of my biggest haters. As you called him Cal. That was you that called him Cal.
Yeah,
Right?
Cal Breedy.
Yeah.
I did that once. Caleb, I'm sorry. That's when I was still drinking on the show.
It's been a while since we've had a reason to crack a beer on this game, right?
Maybe. I'm saving it for the 29th.
But I feel like we've been so negative that we need to end this with something positive and something fun.
Can I get one more thing?
Oh yeah, go for it.
It's fun. It's not to end the show on, but one more thing I want to talk about with the Coyotes. How about Marvel Night and the Chikrin Thor bobblehead?
Yeah, that's I feel like they definitely planned that before.
I'm not too juiced about a bobblehead usually, but we need the Thor bobblehead on the shelf.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
We got to get the Thor bobblehead on the shelf.
I actually used to collect bobbleheads when I was younger. I didn't get to go to the ASU game. They had a Dustin Pedroia ASU bobblehead.
No.
But the Thor bobblehead,
Jacob Chikrin Thor bobblehead, need.
Is that were people calling him Thor, or is that just
I know it's Marvel Night, man. It's a Marvel tie-in night. Marvel's got to get out there. They're all across all sports everywhere. They have Marvel nights everywhere.
Disney,
just like they have Star Wars nights,
dominating the world.
Dominating.
So, but like I said, I want to end this on something a little fun. So I know Shane is behind the Mac, and he has something that we usually do on the Suns.
Yeah,
Called
so
the producer surprise.
This is the question that started our insects animals debate.
Interesting. Okay.
This is what started it. If all animals were the exact same size, which animal is winning in a fight?
First off,
And Gerald said, well, if scorpions are available, then obviously I'd take them, but that's not an animal. And then I go, then what is it? And he said, I don't know, like a crustacean. So
I thought crustaceans were water animals.
they're yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shellfish.
B, I think it depends on what size they are. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
We're all going to be
Let's say
same
they're all the
size.
size of a horse.
All the size of a horse. Okay.
Well, it's not us.
No.
Clearly not
Humans are probably
done. Done.
dead last probably. I
Toast.
don't think unless we have a weapon, it's not even close. So the size of a horse, I feel like it probably would be an insect.
I do too, because your first instinct is ant, because they're so strong, can lift more than their
Oh
weight.
wow! They start eating animals
Yeah,
left and right.
but they're so strong for their size, and if they were that big, how strong would they be? But
That's
then
what I said.
you think of a giant ant versus like a rhino. Would he still be able to take the rhino down? Or was he too frail?
Well, look, you have to
about a
think of the
fire ant.
exoskeleton. The
Yeah.
exoskeleton at that size would be
money.
like thick iron.
So we are thinking insects.
So yeah, I
Ants?
think insects would be like a tarantula hawk.
What about like a horse-sized like venomous snake?
Yeah,
Those things.
we do that again.
I don't know. I think it'd be good to have like arms and legs. I think that would be a key to this whole.
I feel like an
thing.
insect probably like a scorpion is a pretty solid answer, but I feel like it's limited in its like attack. I feel like a fire ant would be pretty solid because it's got the pincers and because that's the one thing about like your regular run.
Honey badger. How come honey badger comes up every show?
Because honey badgers are bad.
They're
Honey badgers don't give a
badass.
fuck.
Yeah, a horse-sized honey badger.
Those things are.
You know what's a sleeper answer? Speaking of your snake, a caterpillar.
Come on.
What are they?
Or no, a centipede or a millipede.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
not a
just cute,
caterpillar.
but that might be just gross.
No,
They
that's
would
my
run
thing,
away.
But
That'd
those
be
things
terrifying.
are terrifying. There's like massive ones in like remote islands that are huge, and
Bees
they're
might-
venomous. They're terrifying.
Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Because a lot of like when you think of like your regular run-of-the-mill
venomous.
black ant, they don't really have like a built-in like they're
Yeah.
strong, but they don't have a built-in like
Don't have the venom.
danger to them.
Like a scorpion, snake, honey badger.
Yeah, but there's also like the insects would be tough. I don't know if there's anything. So let's to play devil's advocate. Let's say an insect's not an animal. Taking out the insects, where are you going with it?
I
feel like a rhino's a
Even
good
if you
one.
go rhino is great, but they have the flexibility of a primate. Like a gorilla's got the
Ooh.
flexibility, movement, and strength, where a rhino doesn't have that.
Like a silverback.
I don't think he's as mobile.
Silverback would be tough.
Or
and
even
that's
a
also,
bear.
what
Even
is
a bear's strong.
What's the setting? Because like if we're in like the water and you have like a shark, then it's like
Yeah, that's like Godzilla. We saw that in the movie. Godzilla wins. It just does, even in the water.
yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
I don't know. That would be tough because if you're in the
Blue
water,
ringed octopus. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what a blue.
Caleb's
going
smarter.
deep. I don't. Yeah,
I think the blue ring octopus is like a really venomous octopus, maybe.
See, venom,
know
I think, is the
venom is
key.
I think
to
it's
this whole
venom.
thing.
venom would be tough.
Having a poison could be a key.
But like think about like a horse-sized like poison dart frog. Like if you got something that can like shoot venom and it's the size of a horse and can hop all over the place,
I want reach too.
yeah, that might be tough.
Yep. Reach is a key too.
Interesting. Well, go on. You can follow me on Twitter and tag me or tell me what you think is.
Charles
going to
said bear. I just went bear for a moment too because of all those reasons: speed, flexibility, strength.
But if you're going bear, then like I feel like a gorilla smokes a bear.
Huh?
And also like a flying insect. I'm saying like a tarantula.
Well, no,
hawk.
but I got to the point where I said devil's advocate. Insects aren't animals.
Oh,
what are we gonna do then?
Yeah,
Okay, well, then the fucking giant bird.
Because we think they'll.
Oh, birds. They can fly. What are you gonna do then?
Oh, have you ever seen an owl walking the dog? Have an owl ever dive bombed you?
No,
That's
but I
scary
can.
shit right
That
there.
sounds terrifying.
That's scary shit.
Yeah, I didn't even think if you got something that can fly, it's gonna be real tough to
Big
beat that.
raven.
Yeah,
Greyhawk.
a hawk or a eagle. I would
See,
love
this
to
is
see
the
a
kind of
horse-sized
content
bald
you
eagle.
don't get anywhere else.
That is true. Nowhere else can you talk about how terrible the Yotes are, but how hopeful you can be, and then talk about animals fighting each other. What's the largest animal you can beat in a fight with if you had a sword? Do you think? I know that's a Shane question.
The Shane question is, what is the biggest animal that you could kill with a
Okay,
sword?
yeah,
You're killing
sorry.
it.
With me? Like no, none. Like me?
Okay, you're telling me if you had a sword, you couldn't kill a house cat? Like, you can kill something.
Bro, there's a right answer to this, and I'm going to give it to all the
Okay.
viewers. So if I ask this again, please don't expose the real answer if I ever ask this and you're on a different show. The correct answer is a cow. I don't think there's a bigger animal mass-wise that you can kill with a sword. I've gotten polar bear before, which just blows my mind. People say hippopotamus. I'm like,
No, a hippo.
hippos are the only animal that will kill somebody and
So
not
when
eat
did
it.
PETA
Not
call?
the only, but one of them. What?
How long after the show did PETA call? No?
If PETA, I'm surprised PETA's not on our necks already.
For sure. I'm sure they're dialed in right now.
Yeah, I know they're. It wouldn't surprise me knowing what I know about PETA. They're
What day is this?
ruthless. What day of the week? What,
Yeah.
Saturday.
When do we do this again?
We do this on Monday. Why don't we throw up the upcoming schedule? Yeah, Monday that game against Calgary.
91716. Are you out of your mind? That's 22 goals this week.
Jeez, that's brutal. And it doesn't look like it's gonna get any better next week.
Back to back Washington. Did anybody see the St. Louis Blues game today in the Minnesota Wild? They put up 6 today against the Wild.
And I think that was after they put up 6 on the Sabres.
Yeah, St. Louis is in fuego. Washington's scoring at a torrid pace. This is a very, very tough week.
Yeah.
Very tough. 4-6 against those teams. And we say Chicago's winnable, but come on, really? Are they?
I don't think anything is winnable with this team at this
Kane,
point.
Taves, DeBrincat,
Yeah.
Strome.
Yeah. Monday I will be hosting again, and then Leah will come back. So Monday will be my last game hosting of the season.
Is Craig S. Morgan
presumably.
back?
I would think so.
There's a birthday.
Well, it's
I
a
don't know how
home
long
game,
birthday.
so he'll be there, but
So he'll be there.
he won't be at studio. But
Oh, Ovi hit 50? Wouldn't that be something?
Ovi,
I want Ovi to hit a milestone at ASU so badly.
that would be dope. I want Ovi to have another crazy
3
diving
years from
no
now, when
goal.
he breaks the goal scoring record, I pray that it's at ASU.
That seems like something that would happen to the Coyotes. Like when you look back at some of our top moments. Oh, we'll have moment number 5. On
Yep, that's
Monday.
coming.
But
5, 4, 3, and 2.
yeah, all coming next week, and then
That's a lot
we're
of
getting
moments.
close. While we're on it, why don't we throw out the punch
Punch
card? We're so close.
They're so
So
friggin'
close. 7 games. Wow, that's like you said. I came in later, but not even. I didn't even think we would get here.
No, man, that first week was so painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We get exactly where we're at. The injuries are a problem. We've got it. Let's just get through it. Let's struggle through it. Let's talk about ping pong balls. Then let's get excited and amped up for a draft where they have 8 picks in 2 rounds and getting really good, young, talented players. And we have a lot of hopeful things to look forward to for this franchise. We just need to get through the season.
This was
Charles.
fun despite the game not
Sweet
being fun.
and merciful. Charles,
Do you have anything else?
I think we covered it. I think we got it. We nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's, I not a whole lot you can say about
As these kids
9-1
today say,
loss.
I think we send it.
Let's send it. Let's
send
send it
it.
home.
Emma, that was improper use of send it. Foul.
No,
Flag,
no, PD, you did a great job.
flag on the play.
No, PD, run that back. Say it again.
You know, improper use of send it. I
No,
said,
no,
no,
say it.
let's send it.
That sounds like you just got like a ref giving it a penalty.
I
2
know.
minutes in the box, improper
is.
use of send it.
It is. Flag on the play, improper use of send it. I'm
So,
trying here.
improper
Lit,
use of
fire,
What
Drip.
are a couple more? One more.
drip,
Can you use
Drip.
it in a sentence?
wet.
That one?
Yeah, that Book's 3-pointer that was wet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, wet like I'm booked, PD.
See?
PD, this is great.
Well, if you want more PD using the slang
20-something
20-some
slang.
year old, you can follow him on Twitter at @SPetersHockey. You can follow me on Twitter at Shawn_to_pause. Tell me what animal would win in a fight if they were all the same size, and tell me if insects are animals if you want, which they are. Insects are animals. It's not up for debate. You can follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes, and you can follow the whole shindig. You can follow the big picture at PHNX_sports. I think that's it, Petey.
That's it. We'll do it again.
We'll do it again on Monday. Hopefully we
You never know.
at
That's
least
why they play the
hopefully
game.
it's just less than 9 goals.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with that.
We'll see. That's all we got for tonight. Like I said, follow us all on Twitter. Follow the show on Twitter. Leave us a 5-star review. Make sure you like the video. All that good stuff. But for now, peace.